Can you start off by giving us the elevator pitch for Wyld?
Yeah, absolutely. So Wyld Networks is a virtual satellite operator for the Internet of Things. So what we do is we collect data from Internet of Things, sensors and devices, and basically provide our customers with the data they're looking to collect.
What problems are Wyld solving?
It's a massive problem. So, currently today, only about 15% of the world's surface has access to wireless networks. And that access is predominantly in cities where we live. But the other 85% of the world's surface has got no wireless coverage. So that basically stops people or prohibits companies from being able to collect data from their IoT sensors. So what we do is utilize a technology to deliver data to low Earth orbiting satellites so we can provide our customers with 100% global coverage. So they can collect data from their Internet of Things devices and sensors anywhere in the world.
So what type of companies are your customers and in which markets are Wyld operating?
So it's an interesting question. So if you look at the 85% of the world's surface where there's no wireless connectivity, and obviously we solve that problem, most of our customers have assets in that 85% of the world's surface. So customers in agriculture, customers in maritime, customers in supply chain logistics, in the environment and utilities. So we have customers like Chevron in the oil and gas space, Bayer and Syngenta in agricultural areas. And we've formed partnerships with terrestrial network operators to offer a complete end-to-end solution for supply chain networks and for maritime connectivity.
Can you give us some use case in agriculture and oil and gas?
Yeah, absolutely. So let's take agriculture first. So just some facts in agriculture for you. Our population is set to explode by another 2 billion people, growing from 7 billion to 9 billion by 2050. And today we can't feed ourselves. So we need to look at technology to help farmers increase the yield of their crops. Another fact in agriculture is 30% of the global waste of water comes from agriculture. That's a real problem. So we need to use technology to actually allow farmers to reduce the amount of water they're using while at the same time increasing the yield of their crops. So in agriculture, people are looking to deploy soil moisture sensors into the farms. And those soil moisture sensors actually measure how much moisture or water there currently is within the soil. And that allows them to optimize their irrigation, not to over-irrigate or under-irrigate. And we've shown that basically farmers can increase the yield of their crop by up to 14%. And reduce the amount of water wasted by 30%. So that's using technology and our technology to fix a real problem. And then if you look at oil and gas as an example, we're working in that sector, and just one of the use cases is measuring corrosion in oil pipelines. And as you well know, some years ago, there was an oil spillage in the US, which came from a pipeline that was corroded, created a leak, and there was billions of gallons of oil discharged through these pipes, and it created a real environmental problem. And this costs a lot of money just to fix, to clean up. So in the oil and gas space, one of the use cases is to put sensors onto oil pipes to actually collect data that allows them to analyze the corrosion level within an oil pipeline by using our technology, collecting that data, and then going out and fixing the problem before it actually becomes a problem. So that's all about preventative maintenance. And that's just two example use cases. There are thousands of use cases where our technology is being used.
You have two products, Wyld Connect and Wyld Fusion. Can you briefly describe them for us?
Yeah, absolutely. So Wyld Connect is the modem. So it's a piece of hardware that you connect to a sensor on the ground. And Wyld Connect collects the data from the sensor, sends the data to the low Earth orbiting satellites. The low Earth orbiting satellites send the data back to ground, and that's collected by Wyld Fusion, which is our provisioning platform. It's a platform that sits in the cloud. It's a provisioning platform, and it's a payment platform. So our customers, when they want to collect their data, go to Wyld Fusion and obviously pay for that data.
The order intake of $3 million US, does that include the data service that you talked about, or is it just the hardware component?
That's just the hardware component. So that's the Wyld Connect component. So that $3 million is about 92,000 units of Wyld Connect. And that's a one-off fee. And then there's the data component that you just talked about, which is the fee that our customers pay for the data. And that fee's up to about $5 per month per unit. And when I talk about a unit, I talk about the 92,000 units that we've already got orders for. But obviously we're looking to grow that order intake before we launch the service. And the data fee, you can look at the data fee as the reoccurring fee. So that's a monthly fee that our customers pay us to actually collect the data or use the data.
You talked a little about the fee here. What is the price of the hardware and the data component? Can you explain the business model a bit?
Yes. So the hardware component, which is Wyld Connect, which represents that sort of $3 million worth of order intake so far, that's about $40 per unit. And the data side, which is the monthly fee the customers pay us, is up to $5 per month per unit or per device.
When will the Wyld Fusion be launched, and thus the full commercial solution become available?
So Wyld Connect is obviously available now. Wyld Fusion is currently being developed. We're looking to launch the service this year. So both products will be available this year, and the service will be launched this year.
You have opened an office in the US. Can you tell us what your focus is in North America?
Yes, so we've put a lot of focus into the Americas, both South America and North America. In South America, we're focusing on agriculture, which is obviously a big industry. And in North America, we're focusing on both agriculture and oil and gas and supply chain networks. So we're making a big commercial play in both North and South America. We're also making a commercial play in Europe, Middle East and Africa. And then probably next year, we're going to start to put a lot more focus on Asia Pacific and sort of give ourselves a global sort of reach.
The word of satellite IoT is new, but there must be competitors. Who are they?
So just to explain the world of satellite IoT. So currently today, there are solutions to provide connectivity, but these are companies that use geostationary satellites that are 36,000 kilometers up in the sky. They use very expensive terminals, so terminals that cost about $600, and the fee for the data or the service is about sort of $60 to $70 per month per device. So there are solutions out there that are provided by companies like Viasat, Iridium, but they're very expensive and they're not affordable for the markets we're going after. So what we've done is we've used our unique technology to basically provide our customers with an affordable solution using a terminal or an IoT module that's about $40 and a service fee that's about $5 per month per device. So we give our customers the ability to actually make a tangible return on their investment. Now, there are competitors that offer a similar type of service. There's a company in the UK called Lacuna, and they're launching a very similar service to us. But we expect there to be competition, and having competition basically verifies the market you're actually working in.
In your opinion, why should people invest in Wyld?
I think there's several components as to why invest in Wyld. Number one, we're solving a real big problem by providing our customers an affordable, global wireless coverage for their Internet of Things devices. So it's solving a real problem, a tangible problem. Number two, it's a business model that's very robust. So we have the single payment for the hardware, and then we have the monthly reoccurring fee for the data service. And it's that reoccurring revenues that make the business model very sustainable. And I think I'd also like to point to the fact that not only do we have we're solving a real problem, we have robust business model, but we've patented the technology. So we've got patents that cover what we're doing at the moment. And from a business perspective, we're generating purchase orders, getting ready for the launch. And as I said, we'll be launching the network this year.
Thanks for taking time to meet us, and good luck in the future.
It's a pleasure. Thank you.